Yeah. So it all starts with fantastic science. Science is cutting edge. When people get up in the morning, they want to come to work because the science is exciting.
We have an organization full of scientists that couldn't wait to get in there and use that space.
Invite the people that they're serving and that are benefiting from their science and their medicine to have those people and their families come in.
The transparency of the project, having those big 9 by 5 foot window panes, this idea of connection.
Working together to achieve something good.
Our mission has always been to go after devastating diseases.
We focus on rare and debilitating genetic diseases. What we're hoping to do is to develop therapies to correct that defect.
The space that we were in prior was functional, but we were definitely bumping elbows.
I get a phone call from Nate. Says, we're really looking at expanding. We've outstripped our growth plan. Can you help us?
The innovation and design building, it's always been this kind of creative, innovative space.
The building originally was built by the Department of Defense, service both the Army and the Navy base in the vicinity of South Boston. It's an incredibly challenging building to build in to support the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning that a life science program requires, which 6 to 10 times as much as, say, an office program.
Coming here for the first time and looking at the space, it was an empty shell with some beautiful windows.
With the old mushroom columns and the concrete slabs. The floor plate 4 times the length that it was in width, trying to understand how we were going to situate the office side and the lab side.
You've got things thin enough and long enough that you can create an adjacency around the main street, almost like a colonnade of the science on display.
This is a beautiful new space.
The way it flows with the work.
It's just one big continuum. Everything's very accessible between teams.
The connectivity in their new space was extremely important.
We want to pay testament to the people developing the science. So the scientists on the 5th floor have a beautiful, open, transparent, collaborative space.
When I walked in and I saw the light,
A lot of labs are really dark, don't get natural sunlight.
We've got an entire facade perfectly aligned north. So it's on the cardinal direction. So you have the most beautiful indirect lighting you could possibly hope for.
The labs that are adjacent to each other are designed so that material can be passed from one place to another.
the office space overall, it's just beautiful. It's a place you want to come to. And then the high ceilings.
You couldn't cover it up. Feel like you're in your living room, but you're also in a work environment, something that's comfortable and welcoming.
I also really like sort of smaller, more interactive meetings and just getting to discuss, what they're learning and get new and interesting perspectives.
Huddle spaces, teaming rooms, small conference rooms, large conference rooms.
We also have all this really cool abstract art that's based on our EEV platform, and also just the infusion of the Entrada brand and colors.
One of the great things about this new building is that it is so accommodating to bring in guest speakers.
It's a series of rooms that have movable partitions and can completely open up.
The space is making us work better together.
People are very friendly to each other, collegial environment, which is very conducive for good science.
I look for people talking to other people. Not what they're talking about, but just talking to other people, communicating, smiling. It's that type of culture where people want to talk to each other, want to collaborate with each other, want to come here, and want to stay here. And the only way you're going to do that is by creating a space that mirrors what I just said, and that's what we've done here in Entrada.
To be able to stand at the opening party at the end and cheers to something that didn't even exist, just to look around and say, yes, we've achieved the goal of this client and they're happy, and the smiles on their faces is enough to make me happy.
I think that positivity does trickle down to the organization as a whole, how to deal with people, how to deal with problems.
I'm always amazed by people who can put something on paper, look at that two-dimensional flat sheet and turn it into something real that brings people together and drives science. To me, that's just amazing.
I like to walk around the lab, talk to folks.
In some regards, fulfilling a promise. This company is really here to make medicines to help change the world.